Good evening and welcome to day 8 of the Fluent Morse in 3 months challenge. In this challenge, my aim is to reach a level of proficiency in Morse sending and receiving, and to spend at least 30 minutes a day working on my Morse, with the permission to take a break once a week if necessary. Yesterday was a rest day. I did about 10 minutes work, but generally it was a long and busy day and I was very tired by the end of the day. This morning I had my scheduled session with some of the FIST's members, mostly, in fact, only doing receiving. It was good. I made reasonable progress. I was able to capture a fair amount. One of the ways to think about this in terms of receiving, especially when you're receiving a series of groups of 5 or some plain language, whatever, is to kind of just have like a ballpark, right? Did I get 100%? Did I get 50%, 25%, 0%, 75%? I was getting probably 75% on groups of 5 random letters and more like 50% on plain language this morning. And we worked for probably about an hour, which is pretty good. I did get tired towards the end, and my concentration started to wander a little bit. And then this evening I had another scheduled session with a FIST's member to do some practice, but I wasn't on good form at all. I was making all sorts of mistakes and my mind wasn't in it. I think sometimes you can overtrain. So I was pretty tired. So I just I suggested we pause early. I got more than an hour done today, and that's good. That's plenty. I also did a lot of driving today. I've been very, very busy, but I listened to some letters in the car and did a little bit of practice sending with the straight key. Transcribing from a magazine. It's just it's actually an article about David Attenborough. I was beeping it out. So yeah, an okay day. I haven't. There's a long story. What's going on with radios and stuff. I've been messing around a lot with different antennas, mainly because I wasn't convinced that I was getting a great deal of joy out of the 40-meter whip, so I tried a range of kind of end-fed wires and various other bits and pieces. Wasn't having a great deal of joy. So today I bought a dummy load. Just to test what my transmitted power is coming out of the radio into a true 50 ohm load. Also to experiment with the antenna tuner into a known load so that we can see where it should behave. That was interesting. And I also got a plate that I can drive the van onto so that I can put a pole up in the air. So I tried that, and I tried again making a dipole. And I also got a crosshair SWR meter, so a cross needle SWR meter, because I wanted to get an understanding of what was actually happening. Long story short, I'm not sure I'm really there yet. Part of the problem is that the radio that I have, notionally, will put out 5 watts. Into a perfect load, I think I was getting 4.5. And that seems to vary. But yeah, I'm, and I have nothing like a perfect load. So into the 40-meter whip, I was getting about an SWR of 2, which I think means that about 80% of the power was radiated and 20% lost. So, 4/5 of 4, was 3 and a bit watts. So, not a great deal. And now my dipoles, I tried some inverted V dipoles, and no real success. The SWR levels were high. Possibly I needed to do some more trimming. Maybe I actually need some ununs to handle the impedance. It could be that the tuner that I have is not sufficiently up to the task of some of my wires. And again, I'm not sure how critical the length is. I know that for a 40-meter dipole, then I want I know the size that I need to be, but it's not easy. I mean, I don't have a long measuring tape, so I'm sort of trying to measure it with a yardstick or whatever it is, and I could easily be out by 10%, 15%. I don't know, or less. So I don't know. There's stuff I need to do, and again, the equipment I have isn't really optimal for reading low power. So the tuner I've got is beneficial in certain respects because it's very high power. You can put 500 watts through it, but I'm putting 3 watts, 3.5, 4 watts through it. It's kind of hard to get the right scale, and the same with the SWR meter that I got today. So soon I'll be back. I'll be back at home, and I'll be able to do some more scientific tests. There's other bits and pieces. I'm conscious that this this has strayed a long way off the original topic, but that's okay. It's interesting, and I will return to some of these subjects in the future, because to an extent this is becoming a little bit like a diary for me. I'm noting things that I'm learning, and if other people find this interesting, well, I'm glad. But I'm not publicizing this, so if people stumble upon it, I'm delighted that you have, and I hope that it's interesting to you. But this is an epic video, and it's late, so I'm going to get some rest. But yeah, pretty good day, and all is well. So 73, and bye from me.